Welcome back to the Real Nykel YouTube channel. I appreciate you for sliding through. I live stream from 9 to 12 every day. Enjoy the reaction.
So recently,
Jamari, Mr. B situation gets first.
the biggest YouTuber on the entire platform has been in some seriously hot water.
Cheers.
Regarding one of his day one friends and founders of his brand, Chris. Obviously, that is an explosive situation that continues to develop and honestly gets worse for both Chris and Jimmy as more information comes to light. And
why is it all the Chris's that are fucking pedophiles, bro? Chris from Mr. Beast, the nigga Chris who's Kai's cameraman. Like, what is it with Chris's being fucking pedophiles, bro? I'm glad I don't hang out with a Chris or know a Chris.
like usual, when something like this occurs,
That's crazy.
you have many people outside of the original situation that come forward with their personal stories. So now you've had several former Mr. Beast employees speaking out, and now it seems like he has bigger problems than just the situation with Chris. I'm talking about allegedly faking videos, rigging giveaways, and even mind control, as now people are pretty much
What the hell? Alright, rigging giveaways, I can understand. Faking content, alright, I can understand that. Mind control? For real, really? Really? Mind control? Like, come on.
Front out Mr. Beast as a deceitful fraud. But before we get into all of that, I did want to tell you guys about today's video sponsor, Opera GX. Going through a breakup can always be hard, but sometimes you leave that X and move on to greener. What's menu? It's honestly so different. Tasks, GX. And most importantly to me, they don't hog editing videos just like this. Sponsoring today's video. So this latest Mr. Beast drama all started when a YouTuber named Dogpack dropped an absolute banger of a video. I worked for Mr. Beast, he's a fraud. The dude starts the video in the most straightforward way possible.
Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former Mr. Beast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you, enjoy the video.
And I gotta be honest with you guys, Diet iDubbbz did an amazing job with this expose video. He makes a ton of good points with his insider knowledge, and while some of the things he did say seem like a bit of a stretch to me, most of it does have some sort of merit, whether that be morally or even legally. Now in this video, one of the main things he talks about is the psychological aspect of Mr. Beast's relationship with his viewers, and how he manipulates this audience of mostly kids in several ways. From allegedly faking things in his content, using CGI and editing, and manipulating his competitions to make them more entertaining.
Okay, so Mr. Beast fabricates some contestant dialogue and timers and movements and storylines and uses a bunch of shitty CGI, but who really cares? I mean, the videos are just for entertainment only, right? I mean, it's not like he's ever rigged the results of a challenge. That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of random subscribers, right?
So he's claiming that multiple parts of Mr. Beast's productions are fabricated, and that these storylines to these videos are both scripted and manipulated by Jimmy and his production staff to drive engagement and keep his channel as brand friendly as possible.
When he reaches the bottom floor, he has to turn these water valves. Now you can tell that these valves aren't actually connected to anything because the water flows out in an instant, and it happens when he's not even touching the valve. The contestant also goes back to the first valve unaware that anything had happened, and he's still able to spin it. So the valve seems to spin freely and isn't actually connected to the flow of water. So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water. And assuming they've tested this, the producers might know how long it takes for the water to clear out of the room, so they could sort of decide on the fly how many turns of the valve it takes, or just when to trigger the water in general to make the results close.
And honestly, this did not surprise me in the slightest. After all, Jimmy is apparently spending hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars on each video, so I wouldn't be surprised when some of these outcomes are based on more than just a fair competition. And I guess I just don't really care about the videos not being 100% real because I don't really spend my time watching them. To me, everything Mr. Beast always does just feels like a second-rate version of a real competition show on Netflix are made by an actual production company. It's like when Shane Dawson was making those documentaries with Windows Movie Maker background music, and people were acting like he was fucking Scorsese. I never really understood it. But Dogpack does bring up the fact that rigging competitions like this, at least on television, is illegal. Production companies even hire outside people specifically to make sure everything they are doing in their various competitions is both ethical and legal. Though there does seem to be some gray area here whether these laws pertain to content online. Now, another aspect this guy likes to bring up when it comes to the deep psychological grip that Mr. Beast has on his fans is the fact that he had gained their trust by seeing visuals of him giving away money and cars and prizes over and over again. I swear every time this dude gives away a Tesla,
I just turned 26 years old, and to celebrate, I purchased 26 Teslas, one of which is a Tesla Cybertruck that I'm going to be giving away in this post right here.
Only God can forgive you now.
I see a damn near 30-year-old man posting it on his story. Like, brother, go start a family. Really though, ever since this trend of giving away money for views has become popular, many people online have made careers and built a reputation.
I don't even like that. Giving away money for views. I don't even think it's... Cause I used to think like that. I used to think like, when I get money, I'm not gonna record my shit. I'm not gonna record the giveaways and shit like that. But now I'm just like, bruh, if I'm giving away money, I'm gonna record it to show that if you got money, this is what you're supposed to do. Help those who are in need, help those who are supposed to be helped. Because a lot of people, they just can't do it for themselves. You show compassion and you spread that love, like, and you're not just doing it for the camera, you're doing it because you want to do it, but you're inspiring others to do it no matter what. Not, oh, giving money for clout. Like, nah, I'm not gonna cap. There's some people that do that. Like, Steve will do it. I've watched his videos. He does not do that shit for clout. He does that because he's just he's a genuinely good guy. I don't know the homie. I don't. But he seems like a very, very genuine, cool guy. And he always does it. But, yeah, I don't like when people say, yeah, people just giving away money. People are just giving away money for fucking clout and doing that shit because just it'll get them views and shit. Not everybody's doing that. Not saying people aren't doing that, but not everybody's doing that. And plus, I'd rather an individual give money away for clout than do stupid or retarded shit for clout. I'm not even gonna cap. I'd rather people do something nice for clout and for the views than people doing stupid retarded shit for the views. I'm not even gonna cap.
As a stand-up person for making this content. And one allegation he really tries to build against Mr. Beast here, and what I feel is the most damning in this whole video, is the idea that he's hosting these illegal lotteries.
I literally spent over $1 million on these phones, and we literally found him 1 minute before Zach. I spent over $1 million on these phones. All you have to do to enter is hit that subscribe button.
Samsung, I just want you to love me.
So yeah, that's what a call to action giveaway is. At best, they are a way to buy subscribers, but much of the time they are legitimate scams. Either a YouTuber doesn't actually give away a prize, or in the case of these live streams, they are illegal lotteries where the only way to win a prize is by making a purchase. The FTC defines a lottery as containing 3 elements: a valuable prize, random chance, and consideration, which can be time or effort, but in most cases is just payment. To successfully run a contest or a sweepstakes, you must eliminate one of these factors. A contest, for example, eliminates chance, and a sweepstakes eliminates consideration. In determining if any Mr. Beast giveaways have been illegal lotteries, we need to identify a prize, which is distributed through random chance and cannot be won without spending money.
And that he has gamed the minds of these kids to essentially manipulate them in a very similar fashion as a casino does to thousands of suckers a day. He allegedly does this mainly through cutaways during his videos, where he says he's giving away things to people who subscribe.
Is he subscribed?
You are subscribed. Here's some money. Have a good day.
Some of them feel like I just walk around with $1,000. It's like, oh, thanks for watching my videos.
Hit that subscribe button because you might bump into me in real life and it might make you a lot of money.
But it does...
Hit that subscribe button because you may bump into me in real life. And this nigga just said, people think I walk around with $1,000 in my pocket. I don't normally do that. Nigga, if I saw you, I'd instantly subscribe to you. You wouldn't notice. Motherfucker, you got over 100 million subscribers, brother. And also that the likelihood of a random individual being able to bump into Mr. Beast or how famous you are without security, you just with your friends and shit, yeah, highly unlikely, brother.
Seem like the most egregious example of this are his giveaway live streams, where he's constantly saying things like this.
In 10 minutes, right, because we gotta give them time to do their cart, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting $3 grand in their order. In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. Newest order gets $2,000. Good luck, everybody.
Somebody screamed in chat, I want a Switch.
Hey.
Buy a shirt.
In 30 minutes, we are giving away my car to someone that buys merch.
He knows they make more money every time he says, oh my God, guys, we're giving away so much stuff. We're not even gonna make a profit. Please, don't you want me to make a profit?
Basically, it seems like Mr. Beast is reckless with his process during these giveaways, and that there is simply not enough regulation in the system he has put in place to make sure it is truly fair, or possibly truly legal. On top of that, he hammers down on this point that he is manipulating kids to gain their trust and introduce them to spending money in hopes of reaping a greater reward, aka gambling.
Illegal lotteries targeted towards children and selling fake signatures. I mean, imagine if any other YouTuber was caught doing this.
He goes on to talk about the problem with Mr. Beast's chocolate company Feastables, and how it's instrumental in him continuing these questionable sweepstakes.
Look at it like this. There are 2 value propositions at play here. The perceived value of the product and the perceived value of the chance to win a prize. So for something like these $42 t-shirts, if the viewer values the chance to be in a video at $10, they need to value the t-shirt at an additional $32 to make the purchase. So the more expensive the product, the less effective the lottery is. You want to get the product as close to $0 as possible, so people are just paying for the perceived value of the lottery.
And starting February 17th, for 30 days straight, we are going to be giving away $10,000 to a lucky customer who scans the QR code on the back of any new Feastable bar. So go give the new bars a try, you might win 10 grand, and I can't wait to see what all of you think.
Now, with all of this being said, I did just want to put it out there that Mr. Beast has done more for the world than almost anyone we've ever seen blow up on YouTube.
Yes,
and it does seem like he is constantly trying to help people out. I mean, I'm not going to say that he seems like the most trustworthy person in the world to me, or that all his motives have always been good, but I'm also not going to sit here and act like he's some complete scumbag. And we did actually get a response from one of the higher up employees at Mr. Beast Productions. So this guy Chucky responds directly to that original video made by Dogpack. And so this is essentially his attempt to debunk some of this info from the video.
Meet Cheryl and Carol. They're best friends that do everything together.
Stating here that that guy was actually working specifically on his team and that he had to apparently fire him for erratic behavior. Here he says that the connotation that you won't get into a video unless you're family or friends with someone that works at Mr. Beast is just a complete lie. He admits here that there's editing and CGI in these videos and that it's really never been a secret. And then he really just starts talking about a bunch of like small technicalities here, maybe even things that the guy kind of included in that video as more of a joke. The most important thing to me here is that he kind of attempts to address the fake giveaway problem. We do not fake giveaways. I've been hands-on with some of them and have personally been the person to connect winners with our accounting departments to get paid. You also suggested we didn't spend $1 million on Samsung phones, and I can assure you we did. Another lie from you. I could keep going, but I don't want this to be too long. Dawson himself said on Reddit that he was on substances when filming this video, which might explain some of the made-up stuff. Apparently he was employed by them for less than 1 month, and that he was on some sort of 90-day contract that they had to pay out early. I do find it interesting that he says this. I'd appreciate it if everyone reading this could help dispel all these fake rumors by spreading this info, which is almost the exact same thing that Lava said when he denied the allegations against Chris. I mean, it's really not that often that you see someone make that request to their audience when they know something is just completely bullshit and unfounded. I mean, granted, the video by Dogpack is going on like 7 million views now, which has probably caused quite the stir at Mr. Beast Studios. I don't know, I just think it's crazy because I really did feel like YouTube was in good hands having Mr. Beast at the helm, having him being kind of like the face of the entire platform. And now it seems like things are kind of coming down crashing around him. I mean, this guy didn't even mention anything about these apparent lottery streams, which I felt were like the worst thing about that video. Like, I don't really care that he's faking this other shit. I don't care that he's scripting the storylines. But it is kind of funny to me how all this stuff always kind of starts leaking out there. You know, the skeletons start jumping out the closet right when whoever it is looking their weakest. Which this is obviously the most drama and the biggest controversy that we've ever seen Mr. Beast go through. Because before this, it was just like people mad that he was curing blindness, or mad that he was building wells in Africa, or things like that. Overall, I do think this will be kind of just more of a bump in the road for Mr. Beast. I do think if anyone could navigate a situation like this, it would likely be him. And let's be honest, like 90% of his audience is likely kids who probably couldn't really give a shit about any of this stuff that has transpired over the last couple of weeks. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this down below. As always, I also want to thank you guys for watching today.
Shout out to Jamari. I wonder if he's going to do a video on Kai's cameraman.